Hello. Hello, Logan. Just an ant keeper. How are you, man? My leaf cutters are they crashed fully, but I got a donor fungus and they are now doing well again. If you can see, there's a lot of fungus inside the cup. Much better setup. So yeah, the colony fully crashed, as in the fungus, and I had to go and see someone that has a lot of spare fungus and essentially get a donor fungus from them. Just an ant keeper. Mine filled there first. That's good to hear, man. Hey, Matthias. Also from the Crafting Ant. Yeah, that's right. Whole Crafting Ant setup. So the new things as well is, so that they've been moved to Crafting Ant setup, which is really good. Loving it. And we've got Tar Heel formicariums that have arrived, and we've moved a few of the colonies from the small ones, the small Ants HQ nano nests. So I'll show you the nano nest. So from these ones, this is a great logical step, by the way, guys. They've gone from this chamber to obviously this chamber, subject on the size of the colony. Like a size of this colony, I wouldn't do that yet because they're too small, but the other two honey pot colonies, 100%. So yeah, I've got quite a few new nests actually. So we've also got let me just put these back. Very, very large nest, but from Tar Heel again, but nothing's gone in there yet. Really like that. It's like a simple design, but and your bull ant. Yeah, the first generation of kind of flopped. As in like the Niagara Cincta. Also, I got this nest, by the way. This is quite nice. So I've got loads of like upgrade, and I've bought a load of Wakushi stuff as well. So I've got. Hold on. Turn the music down a bit. So I've got loads of like stuff happening. So yeah, the bull ants. They did have like late stage larvae, but a lot of them have just that whole entire generation has just kind of died. So they've laid more eggs, but Niagara Cincta are notoriously difficult to find. Wait, let me show you how the Consubrinus is doing, because they're doing really good at the minute, guys. So you can see that they're really benefiting from this. They're just honestly like absolutely exploding. They really like this nest. Yeah, Consubrinus, guys, such a sick species from Australia. Can I have a shout out? My name's Alice and I love ants. There you go, Alice. I've technically shouted you out. Logan Fletcher, did you get a new species? No, I have. No, I haven't. I've just got a load of new nests that I've upgraded essentially. But while there's quite a few people in the live, I will show you a preview of the edit that the video that I'm currently making. So let me show you a quick preview and then we'll get back to the ants. But this is what I'm working on, guys, so you can see.
This is a leafcutter queen ant, and she has the next 100 days to raise an ant colony and to grow a fungus garden. But will these leafcutter ants accept the UK's winter leaves, or will they reject them and let the fungus garden die and the colony perish? The future of the colony all depends on the Royal Highness, the Queen. But we have to go back to day one where this all started. I received this leafcutter ant colony in good health, residing in a homemade setup, but the worst was about to come, as I decided to move them into a bigger setup with unthinkable occurs.
So that's what happened with the
fungus falls apart.
The original fungus.
Now, you may be thinking it's all over before it's even started. But over the next couple of days, the colony rebuilds the fungus garden back into shape. I continue to add in ivy leaves and rose petals for them to break down and grow the fungus garden with.
So this is the journey of my leaf cutters, basically.
The colony kicks into overdrive.
That's all I'll show so far. Well, that's basically all I've done so far, so it's taken a while, but let me get back to showing off the Consobrinus. Mark, why is his English so bad? Barely understandable. He should move to America. Cheers for that, man. Thanks for that. Logan Fletcher Hall, peak. Just an ant keeper. When do you think it will come out? I don't know yet. I basically need to keep going until the video is 8 minutes, so then I can monetize it. If it goes viral, I want to obviously get benefit from the video. So yes. Will you ever get long-legged ants? Probably, maybe not. We'll see. We'll see, guys. So these actually go pretty crazy when you feed them fruit flies, which is fun to watch. So let me just get into a good position. Imagine someone saying Americans know English better. Why is this English? I don't know. I thought I had pretty good English. I don't really have an accent, so like. I don't have like a posh British accent, but I also don't have like a chavvy English accent. Who knows? No, I don't have that species. I have long-legged. What about the bullet ants? Yeah, bullet ants. I haven't got any bullet ants. I do want to, but they're quite expensive at the minute. Right, so let me let's feed some live fruit flies, guys. So if you don't want to see live fruit flies being kind of destroyed by ants, then now's your time to click off. I guess Americans know how to iterate English better. You'll get back in there, you. Sure, man. Sure. Whatever you say. I didn't know I had to come on my live to show off my English, guys. Bro thinks I'm some philosopher or something. Let's have a look at the comments. I'm getting the Harped Venator for my birthday. That's good, man. They're a good species. I have two. I actually have 2 colonies right now. Now look how active Consobrinus is. Like they just don't mess around. Americans can't even pronounce words properly. Which Camponotus ants do you have? I actually have a ridiculous amount of Camponotus ants. I have Camponotus ligniperda, Camponotus nicobarantis, Camponotus fulvopilosus, Camponotus consobrinus, Camponotus fagenco, or whatever you say, Camponotus pilicornus, Camponotus slavaticus, what else? Camponotus castaneus, Camponotus sanctus, Camponotus maculatus subnudus. I can just keep going. The amount of Camponotus species I have is actually ludicrous. Are they Sandy Hawkins? Are they bull ants? We have them in Australia. Well, we can call them bull ants. They are orange and black. They are everywhere. So yes, these are in Australia. No, they're not bull ants. They are carpenter ants, but they are fairly common in Australia. Now, within the West, UK, America, etc., like these are a bit of a prize Camponotus, to be honest. They're difficult to get hold of. So they're quite rare here. Obviously, where you are from, they are endemic. Endemic? Is that the right word? Endemic. Do you have weaver ants? No, I don't. Just an ant keeper. Your English is fine. Thank you, Stuart Hill. I do. It pretty much is my job, being that I'm corporate sales. So if I couldn't articulate very well, I'd be pretty cooked. Can you show your hops? I will do. I'm just feeding Consobrinus. So we'll finish off this one. And then we'll do honey pots, and then some other species like bull ants and the harps. Does the Venator have a queen? Because I've seen vid and I never see a queen. Yes, but they are similar size to the workers. They are a bit bigger. You can tell them apart. Sandy Hawkins, yes, right word. Yeah, endemic. Yeah, so yeah, in Australia there's loads of different bull ant species. It would be the dream to keep ants in Australia, because you could literally go on so many road trips to find like the most exotic, extravagant species bull ants. Instead, I live in the UK and it literally costs like, 500 quid, 300 quid, 400 quid, 500 quid to get the species imported in and obviously like get it. So it literally, if you could make a killing like from reselling bull ants in different countries, because they're quite sought after and very hard to get a hold of and very expensive. I will soon get Camponotus maculatus subnudus. Do you have any tips? Yeah, dry formicarium. One sec, guys. Let me just refill this with a few more so we can see. They are at this point. They're trying to escape pretty often. I probably need to use some barrier, but I'm just too inept, guys. I don't know what I can say. I'm just too inept. Not going well. Get in. Oh, there's one out. Great. Go back in, bro. Go back in. No. What was we talking about? Oh yeah, maculatus subnudus. Do you have any tips? Yes, dry nest, sandy outworld, plenty of protein and carbs. Hydration in the nest obviously is modestly low. Like I probably I use an ant farm supply nest because they're quite dry, and I probably hydrate it like twice a week, like minimum as well. Cosina Blocks, welcome in, man. Run Babylon, home sweet home. How hard is it for me to send you some? Well, Sandy Hawkins, what you'll have to do is you'll have to go out into the wilderness, find a recently mated queen ant. Don't let it sting you because it'll be incredibly painful, and then message me and attempt to get it in. You might even need a license, to be honest, and that at that point it's going to be pretty tough because yeah, you'll have to go through a whole process to get a license to be able to export it to the UK. It's true. One sec. So, exporting, I mean, yeah, you might need a license. That might slow down the whole process or completely stop you, to be honest. But yeah, they go for a lot of money in the UK and the US and anywhere other than Australia and New Zealand, or just like the Oceania region altogether. Why isn't my Lasius flavus not moving into their nest? I got the nano nest from Ants HQ, but they won't go in. Logan, there's a high chance that they are not ready for said nest. That is the most likely reality. That, or you will just have to be very patient and they will move in when the time is right. So I mean, there's still so much like brood in here, it's crazy. But yeah, Consubrinus is just growing like crazy, guys. Need a barrier, you do 100%. You know what, actually, as you've just said, that is the very thing I'm about to do right now while we're on this live. If you give me 2 seconds, I shall create a very special barrier. Now, will they be able to get over it? You know, there's still a chance. Right. Bro. Where are you going, bro? One sec, guys, I'm just applying said barrier. Probably need to do it a bit lower, but we're working our way down, guys. There you go. Now, I'm sure I saw one escape. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping. Until I see one. Right, so these actually have quite a bit. In fact, I'm going to feed these a cricket as well, because I know that they'll benefit from one. One sec, guys. None of them have escaped, have they? $43 viewers. Whoa, crazy. I'm just an ant streamer trying to stream. Need a barrier. Is it hard to get a license as a hobbyist, as an ant keeper? Well, you don't need a license in the UK just to keep ants, but you definitely would if you were trying to export or import into this country. Should be checking on my Castaneus today. When are you going to be taking yours out of hibernation? Probably around the March time, I reckon. If you don't sell them. Sandy, I will look into it. I live in the bush. I see big arse ants everywhere, and yes, they bite and hurt. Well, I'll show you, Sandy, the one that I currently have. So, just to... Okay, my phone is completely stuck. These are the bull ants that I keep. Memecia similima. And plenty of pupae. They are about to have a bit of a boom, and then they do have some larvae. Hard to tell on this iPhone 13. I could put a macro on, but they definitely have larvae, eggs and larvae with a load of pupae, so they're doing really well, they are. And then I do have Nigricincta, but again, I'll try and leave them alone because they're in a very early founding stage, and yeah, there's just a high chance of failure when they're in a stage like they are. Let's have a look at the comments. Do you love animals? Hey. Ebola graphics, what species are they? Look great. Yeah, this is Consobrinus. Camponotus consobrinus from Australia. Let me fix the angle, guys. Sorry for the movements. Logan Fletcher, bro, I've got to come off. Thank you for tuning in, man. John Joe, what are they doing? They are violating a cricket right now. A dead one. I recently killed one. Costina Blocks, you anyone have an opinion on what I should get as my second species? I have Camponotus and I'm thinking of getting Fidoli or Tetramorium. I would, if it was down to me, my recommendation as a second ever ant species to keep, I would recommend, if you've already got Camponotus, I'd recommend probably a Mesa species like Mesa barbarus, or, what else? Yeah, Mesa barbarus is a good one, and then it depends whether you're good with it, heating equipment, or you've got a heated setup. You could do all sorts after that. John Joe, what time I stepped on and stomped on? What time I stepped on and stomped on that? Alright, cheers. They started running everywhere. Emily, right now I am in Colville Beach, South Florida. There's 3 buildings. Okay. Dark Horse, damn. Costina Blocks, no. Problematic post. I scale model of a 15-minute city. Okay. Simon Frayling, you plan on adding pipes to the base so they can walk a bit more? Maybe pipes to other boxes. So like, as in like tubes? I already have like a tube set up for my Camponotus nicobarensis to a certain degree. This is a 7,000 colony, but you can see here there's a tube that connects to this entire side, and then I have this side. Ignore the rubbish that I'm just cleaning everything at the minute. So there is a lot of dead things in there because they eat a ridiculous amount each day. So yeah, I do, and then I do have big plans if for this leafcutter colony, if they can actually start doing well, because once they start doing well and they start to blossom and boom in numbers, I can then like run an entire thing around my my room, like proper tubing around the entire ant room. Like I want to do like tubes that like fully go around the entire ant room, above my blossom tree, above my setup, and then like back in, and I would convert this entire table into like one massive open outworld for them to go in. I've even got a vase today. I've got privet and ivy in there, so I can feed these more often, or like they last longer because obviously it's in water. So yeah, my setup's always evolving, guys, always evolving. I've upgraded Camponotus pilicornis today as well, so I can show you that upgrade. I agree, harvest a species for the second. Just an ant keeper. Do you have Mesa cephalotes? Or No, I haven't got any of those. I only have Mesobarbarus. I have seen Mesocephalotus in the past, though. I've seen about, remember, I can only keep 2 species and I want a big, fast-growing colony. You have any suggestions? I live in the Midwest USA. Probably like, I'd say Messers, honestly. Camponotus nicobransis is fast-growing. If you can get a hold of it. I don't know what you can get a hold of in America, to be honest. Ah, yes, something like that, Simon. Yes, exactly. Sandy Hawkins. I've just googled exporting hard. Many hoops to jump through. Good luck with your streaming. I think you will do well. Thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in. Woo, a 7K colony. Wowzers. That's facts. Very, very cool. Hey, what did I miss? Craft an ant in the chat, guys. That is Craft an ant, guys. We've got the leaf cutters in the setup. We've had a donor fungus, so we're on survival mode, second chance, final chance. They need to make it now, guys. I've got a video. The videos, I think, has viral potential. It literally has viral potential, guys. Genuinely, if my thumbnail's good, the video's going good. There has been drama. I didn't intentionally want the fungus to crash, but the fungus crashing actually adds great dramatic effect to the video, and I just need a comeback now. It's going to be the comeback story, guys, and the Crafting Ant Formicarium is what's going to be the vehicle for that to happen. So I mean, like, just look at the amount of petals, privet, there's dandelion leaves in there, there's ivy in there. They have to make it, guys, otherwise it's going to be sad times. Anyway, we're moving on now. So we've done recap. We've done Camponotus consubrinus. They've had quite a few fruit flies, and now they've got a cricket. For a colony this size, that's bang on. In the new Tar Hill Formicarium that I really rate. Put that one all the way back here now. So we'll move on to, by the way, as an update, guys, I may have moved these in manually, as you do with repletes. You actually, but the pink stuff in there, by the way, guys, is like, what would you call it? Glow in the dark. It is glow in the dark. Let me get a better angle of this. So basically what I was going to say, guys, is I may have dropped the biggest replete and it popped, and I was severely depressed for a solid hour, and I got it on video, and I actually just felt like I was a lights camera action bot just trying to get views, when generally it was the first time picking up a replete and it just rolled away and it was cooked. So it's still alive though. It is genuinely still alive in there, just chilling next to the other repletes, thinking it's a replete still, remembering good old days when it was a replete. Right, so these get a bit feisty when I put fruit flies in, so this should be another good one to watch, guys. Let's have a look at the comments. Whoa, a new ant creator guy, weird. So cool. I love little water feeder, lol. Yeah, well, you've got to go all out for him, haven't you? And while we're at it, I may as well do a I may as well create a little barrier, because people have pointed out I don't have barriers on my Tar Hill Formicariums yet, which is very true. So if I quickly make a barrier, we should be good to get some fruit flies in here, and then we'll get to see the ravenous ants come out to hunt the fruit flies. Should be enough. Got a escapee. It It takes these a bit to come out, to be honest, guys. But while we're waiting for them to come out, if you can see the repletes in the back right corner there you go. There is 3 repletes, and I'm hoping a few more will come. Oh, we've got our first worker out. I have a deadly seal on the planet. Looking good. Just an ant keeper. Thank you for tuning in, man. Ruse. Hey, Ruse. I'm not a fan of the Tar Heel form of carrying. What is your honest opinion of them? I really like them. Yeah, generally really like them. Because obviously my entire ant room, they go well on the top shelf. Like when you see. Like, they go good on a top shelf, so you can proper like take these off and see the ants. I think like the challenges with some of these is, I don't know, I just don't like the downward look. By the way, this is the upgrade I was talking about. Like, I think I've done the substrate real nice for these. Restitched Campanotus pilicornus. They've came out of hibernation and they like sand, bark, and cocoa fibre. So I've done a Wakushi setup with all of that in there, and they're settling in now. You can see the hops as well. But we'll move on to those soon. Just waiting for these honeypots to actually deal some damage. What nest is that? This is Tar Heel from Canada. To be honest, to get them into the UK is pretty much impossible. Like, well, it's not, obviously it's not impossible. It's just ridiculously expensive. You have to pay an international shipping fee, and then you have to pay an import tax to get them in. It cost me like nearly it cost me over 500 quid to get 5 nests in, just to put it into perspective. Underrated god, ant war, no. How old is the colony? Probably like 6 or 7 months at this point. They're going steady. What are repletes, Mr. Thornton? Repletes are a special caste of ants within this species that essentially store like honey, sugar water within their gaster, and it blows up like a balloon. So you can see there's one there, there's also one there and one there, there's 3. And basically in times of drought, the other ants can live from the refrigerated ants, you could say. They're basically just like walking fridges, via trophylactis, which is where they essentially kiss to exchange fluids and sustenance. So, wow, fruit fly cannot get past the barrier. Did not know that. Yep, that is the case. Do they ever die the next day? No. Yeah, a replete can fully deplete. A replete can fully deplete, and then when they come out of times of drought and there's levels of carbs that they can refill the repletes with, they can then just refill them. So they eventually obviously die. Yeah, that looks awesome. What ant species would you recommend for a beginner? I've already got Lasius niger, Mesa barbarus, and okay, I would recommend Fish with Ben, Campanotus nicobarensis. To put it into perspective, that is my nearly 2-year-old colony, one big colony of about roughly 7,000 workers. Mature colony, may I add, as they have virgin elate queens, so they are fast growing. But as you can see, the temperature on here, my room is always at 26 degrees, so you will need to figure out how to heat them. Craigor, that looks awesome. Thank you, man. Craft and Ann, when did you get the first replete? I got the first replete probably 3 to 4 months in, because yeah, like let's say around the 20 worker mark, like 15, 20 worker mark, I saw my first replete. Modestly small one, but nonetheless it was replete. Are they eggs in the front right corner? So no, these are pupae, which is the final stage of the egg cycle. So final stage of gestation, you could say. There's eggs and larvae there, which obviously they're above the water tower, so there's most humidity. The pupae needs it to be dry because they'll close out the pupae new callow ants, which basically means they're like the softer ants, and then they harden over time. So it's taken a while for these to come out and hunt, but you can see that they are occasionally like getting one or two. Look, to be honest, I need to have it where there's not anything on it for them to chill on. If I take everything out, then there's more chance that there's less places to hide. Oh, where is my... I'm dropping everything. Right. Yeah, so now, hopefully they come out. After this one, guys, I will show the golden version, which is Myrmecocysis mexicanus. So it's the golden honeypots. Now they have like mini Ripley's. Also, just quick recap of Consubrinus. They're just slowly pulling apart the cricket. Crazy scenes. I've got heat capable, will be fine. Okay, yeah, Camponotus nicobranchus then fish with Ben, 100%. One of the fastest Camponotus carpenter species there is. I've obviously not done a good enough barrier because they are somehow getting up right now. Right, what's the comment saying? Birdie graphics, whoa, check out this circular vertical nest, that was cool. I don't even know which nest you're on about. It wasn't the fruit fly one, surely. He's building and training an army. Yes, I am, to take over the world. I think I follow you on TikTok. Do those ants ever take a shit? Yeah, presumably they do. Like, ants definitely defecate, 100%. Leafcutter ants actually defecate onto the leaves, I think, or something along the lines of that anyway. All creature and animal must be kind of part. Alright, these comments are getting a bit out of touch, guys. You convinced me. Hell yeah, brother. What do you use as your barrier? You can get like ant barriers from like pretty much any ant supplier in the UK. Wakushi, Ant Farm Supplies, Antantics, Ants HQ. Just when you do, remember to use my discount code, guys. AntFlix for 10%. 10% off. What is the barrier material or scent? The barrier is essentially like rubbing alcohol. It's just slippy. It's a slippy barrier. That's it. So material, not scent. I remember doing this as a kid. I just put a couple in a plastic box and forgot to put air holes in it. Yeah, we've all been there. We've all been there. We've definitely all been there. That's definitely what I did as a kid as well. Before the times of Google, of course. Nearly 30 years old, so there is that. This is cool though, I gotta admit. Also, what's your favourite barrier? I've got some from... I mean, look, like, they all pretty much do the job for the most part, but the oils are better because, like, right now, there's no, like, white... I hate the white powder. I'll never buy the white powder. They just look terrible. So I go for the oils. The oils last longer as well. I swear they've last longer. So we'll move on to the Myrmecocysis mexicanus, guys. We shall move on to these. Although I think that these are they're a bit timid at the minute. Like, will they hunt? Probably not. So there you go. So same, let's see if there is any replete. So you could say the Queen's one big replete at the minute, but no, not really. There is like, you could say there is kind of like repletes-ish to a certain degree at the back, but now you can see these ones down here. There's 4 big larvae down here. These will 100% be repletes because they are just so much bigger than the normal larvae. There is also another big one here, so I'm expecting another big one at the back, so I'm expecting like 6 repletes to be available in this colony soon. And once they are, I can then get close, or like, well, be very close to finishing my golden honeypot ant simulation, 100-day ant simulation video. So that I'm waiting on that, so I can't really release any like the video until these are at a good point to actually show off. Where's the Queen? The Queen is literally right there, acting as a massive replete at the minute. So let me pour some fruit flies in. Actually, I'll apply the barrier first. And then we shall get some fruit flies in there. But I don't think they're like crazy active like Concebrinus or anything like that. Like they are, but the colony's not big enough at the minute, so they're very cautious. Saying that, while I'm doing this, you can watch Placodops go on the hunt because they are all out now. So rest in peace, fruit flies. Yeah, it takes a bit for the Myrmecocysis placodops, these honeypot ones, to start hunting, but when they do, they're rapid as well. Crazy quick. Right, so I just these don't hunt as like aggressive as my other colonies, to be honest. It might take a while for them to come out, so I will, while they're gonna warm up to it, I'll keep the Placodops on because they're actively hunting right now, guys. Let's catch up with the comments. Infinite Rose, did you see the video where paws popping around ants finds runs to pack to tell them 100? I have no idea what you've just said. Kathleen, hello, how are you? Simon, well, are they killing the ants? Are the big ones? No, that these are fruit flies in here that the ants are hunting down. No, it's not a civil war, guys. Ooh, that's a lot of ants. What's your favourite species? The honeypots or bull ants or leaf cutters. It's a draw out of those 3, guys. I lost Gerbil in the basement. Are you an entomologist? I am not an entomologist. To be more precise, it would be a myrmecologist, which is somewhat a professional that studies ants. But I am not. No, I am just an ant hobbyist Where's the black queen? She's chilling top right corner. Loved vertical circular nest at beginning of your Nico setup. Oh, the oval one. Oh, right. If that's from Ant Farm Supplies, that is. Oh my god, I've left my crickets open. Yeah, that's from Ant Farm Supplies. David loved walking at a state park for miles with my dog. We reached an opening and sat down under a nice tree to rest for a while. We both quickly jumped up. We were sitting on fire ants. Yes, it hurts a lot. Yeah, that's pretty rough, that is. So do you collect different ants? Yes, I do. Fish would then be good if pet shops sold ant supplies. Yeah, not really. Yeah, well, they sell feed. I go to reptile shops, I do. Where did you get the food from? Reptile shop, yeah. Fandom, so cool. Dude, you just skip comments, bye. Okay. Okay, wonderful. Thanks for being wonderful. Sandy Hawkins, I've seen shows on leafcutters. They are an amazing species. They are indeed, aren't they? How are these getting out? Hold on. As in, the fruit flies. Not good, guys. Not good. Right, which ones now? Let's move on to these ones. So these are honeypots as well. And this is Myrmecocysis mendex. And currently, look, they have their first big pupae, so I reckon that'll be their first replete. So I only give these a few fruit flies because obviously they're in the infancy and they don't really need like, and I usually squish the fruit flies because they're too, well, I'll give them a few like walking ones and they can hunt. But yeah, I mean like 4, that'll do. Stay down, stay down, stay down. I also brought out Camponotus Fagenkoi, I don't even know how you pronounce it, to be honest. But yeah, they're doing well in this nest now, and I am feeding these fruit flies as well. Like, the best thing to feed, like, founding colonies, guys, is fruit flies. It's just that it's the easiest, and they just accept it very easily as well. What? That fruit fly just meant to be flightless fruit fly, and that literally glided. Do you have any other species than honeypot ants? I have a crazy amount of species. Nearly have 30. Matthew Rugg, I will subscribe. Ant-Man, hi, hello. Craft and Ant, big leaf cutter colonies are epic. Yes. I will eventually have one. It will happen. I'm manifesting it through your setup. It's gonna happen. So yes, I will show you the other colonies, guys. So we're moving away from the honeypots and I'll move on to like harps and other colonies like that. But you can see Camponotus Fagenkoi here. Do you have any other species than honeybird, grafton? I'm sub to you. Thank you for showing us your hobby. I have subscribed, so I hope to see you more. Thank you so much, Sandy Hawkins. So I need more space. Give me more space. Any greetings. No ant should be trapped in such a small container. Unfortunately, this is actually, or should I say fortunately, this is actually perfect formicarium for such a small colony. You could actually argue that this formicarium is too big for such a small colony. See, ants like tight spaces because it gives them a sense of security and that they are alone and they can found their colony in peace. So to the contrary, they actually prefer small setups and not big setups. But I do actually have big setups when they get to the appropriate size, such as my Camponotus nicobarantis colony. This is all one huge colony, so I definitely do scale the colonies up when the time is right. Realistically, your colony should be just as big as the nest you put them in, so like they should be able to fill it out. Like this here is probably a bit too much space, but it's fine because they're past the delicate stage-ish. Matthew, thank you for sharing your creatures. No problem. They like small spaces, yes. Pretty Fatal, I sub to you. Thank you. You're no ant. You do not speak for them. No, I just keep them in the masses, so I must have an inkling of how they do. I mean, think about it logically. Like, why would ants in the wild create chambers too big for them to actually fully operate in? It doesn't really make sense. It's illogical, to say the least. Ants are sweet, my dude. Bro, stop. Don't know. No ant in the wild wants to be trapped in such a small container. Bro, ants do not even have a conscience. Do you think that they don't even know that they are trapped? They just simply exist in the environment provided, and the environment is a very well educated, set up environment for them. Ants in the wild do not have huge amounts of space until their colonies are huge, and then it matches the space. So essentially the colony should always match like the chamber space, really, and so then you go off the volume and size. It's not rocket science, to be honest. Gamer of it. Bullet ants. They haven't been dug up, so all they know is that, so it's normal to them. Well, it doesn't even, they wouldn't even know much difference anyway, because again, these are extremely primitive insects. You know, do you think they have like some next level frontal cortex developed? That they don't really have much other than primitive pheromonal responses. That's it. They wouldn't know any difference to whether they were in a formicarium or they're a natural nest in the out in the wild. Like they wouldn't be able to. They can't conceive anything. They can't comprehend. They're extremely primitive. So hook smash. Does the ants go up to the container above? What? I think he's in England. I'm in United Kingdom, guys. United Kingdom. Right, anyway, let's get the next setup. So, another one that I've taken out of hibernation, and I currently, they are in a bit of a crap setup at the minute. I say crap setup, it's because this is a holding setup while I'm waiting for ant farm supplies to get a setup. But these are Chromatogaster scutularis, the Valentine ant for Valentine's Day today. Or you could say the Ace of Spade ant. Well, there's like they have a load of nicknames anyway. They're a pretty cool species. They are hyper aggressive for how small they are. I think they are, like, for the most part, an arboreal species as well. So they do live in bushes and stuff. Nice meeting you too, bro. Is that Chromatogaster? What species is that? Yeah, Chromatogaster scutularis, guys. I will move on. I'm running out of space. But this is the species here, guys. This is Camponotus pilicornis, and I've absolutely, like, made a sick setup for him. Basically, when you reach a certain level of ant keeping, like, you should be putting substrate inside your formicariums to increase this survival odds, I reckon. Depends on the species, of course. Say that now, I bet watch these fail. So this is Camponotus pilicornis. They're doing really well. And the setup I've done for them is pretty cool. So let me feed these some crickets. Is that Australian? We have ants that look like these guys. Yes, they're Consobrinus. Camponotus consobrinus is the ones that you have in Australia. These ones. Bit bigger. Camponotus singularis. Not singularis. Camponotus pilicornis. These ones. A bit smaller. I say a bit, quite significantly smaller. Do you ever fight? Do they ever fight? No, not really. Not each other. The harps do. The harps definitely. Ant-Man, hi. Australian, we have Togluggy. Yeah, no, they don't fight. They don't fight, guys. Right. Yeah, so let me feed these like a cricket. So I'm just going to split a cricket in half. The queen is right here. Can you see? She's right here. Pretty cool. Pretty cool queen. Ant-Man, I sub. Thank you, Ant-Man. You are the Ant-Man. The one and only Ant-Man. I actually have my nickname at the minute is Ant-Man for some reason. So I'm just splitting a cricket in half, guys. You don't need to see such graphic behaviour. Unfortunately, this is the just the way nature works. They don't get majors correct. Don't know these species. I actually don't know. I don't know whether they do get majors, pilicornis, but there is a bigger cast, but they don't have the major heads, so I'm not going to class them as majors at this point. But well, I'm not too sure. I'm looking to sell this colony as well, but Consobrinus definitely get some cool big majors, so we'll see how they crack on. And Matthew, I'm going to subscribe. Thank you very much, Matthew. One sec, guys. I'm just going to grab my charger. I'll literally be back in 10 seconds. My phone's about to die. So, what species next is the real question. What shall I show next? I have nearly 30 species that I keep. 30 ant colonies that I keep. I have no idea how I have the time to keep them all. A lot of them are still in hibernation, but that's how I'm doing it at the minute, really. Otherwise, I would be cooked for time. One sec, I need to adjust this now. So, let's move on to the harps. Now I've fed these a cricket. I mean, they'll eventually start eating the cricket. I did have trap jaws. I technically do still have a variant of trap jaws, but they are mini trap jaws. They don't know what to do with that cricket. Yeah, they're just testing it out at the minute. Hunter, just an ant keeper. Hunter, I'm a friend from the Crafting Ant, and he told me to see your stream, so here I am. Oh, brilliant. Thank you for tuning in. So, I'm literally running out of space. Let me get the harps. So this is the harps, guys. which light do I need to turn off? Is it this one? Yes. So these are actually doing really good. Like, surprisingly good. Touch wood, of course. This is quite a big species, this is. These are the harps, the hunter ants, guys. They're pretty cool. They've got like prolonged mandibles that just look very like primal. Very primitive. I'm literally running out of space at the minute for where I'm putting everything. The Mexicanus are back to... they are actually hunting now, but... yeah, we'll focus on these at the minute. These are pretty cool. So, yeah, how many pupae have we got? We got 3 pupae. Saying that, it looks like one has hatched, maybe. Oh, no. No, it hasn't hatched yet. So there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There should be 8 workers in here, so there's an 8th worker somewhere. Some larvae. Is there any eggs? There is some eggs. They're behind the pupae. Let's have a look at the comments. Tabitha, do you have the maze? No, I don't have a maze. Ronaldo said hi. The maze is bad. Oh. Where is the queen? This one here is the queen. She's slightly bigger than the rest, so you can tell her apart. But yeah, it's hard. It is hard to tell her apart. But like when they go physogastric with the gaster, it's easier to tell them apart. Plus their thorax is slightly enlarged as well, so it's easier to tell them apart. Hey Sunny, the maze is bad. Where is the queen to those? Yeah, I've just pointed out 3 ants. Queen is there. She's only a bit bigger. Yeah, so this one is the queen, guys. This one right here. Oh, thank you, the queen. It's chilling. They like small spaces. Yeah, this nest is perfect for a colony this size. If anything, it's a bit too spacious at the minute. Like, it's fine, but they prefer small chamber spaces. That's like if you want to scale a colony up to this size, where there's 7,000 workers filling every formicarium and outworld, then tight spaces is definitely one of the key ingredients to doing so. They like small or dead. What's dead? They ain't dead. They're just slow moving. So can you point the eggs out? So these are pupae, the orange ones, like orangey browny. There's 3 pupae. This is a later stage larvae, and then there's some smaller larvae, and then the eggs are just underneath the pupae here, which you just unfortunately can't see, but I don't want to kind of like expose them too much. There is one singular egg here as well, so you can tell an egg, like, it's quite small. That one there is an egg. And they're literally watching my movements. So I do put... oh, queen's not happy. So there is already a few fruit flies in here, but what I will do is try and put a cricket in there as well. If there is a small one, because I don't want too big of a cricket. If there is a small one, then that will be ideal to put inside. If I can even get so a cricket that size, they can actually surprisingly hunt down, but they probably won't do it right now as we speak. It's more of a, unless the cricket goes inside their nest, then yeah, it's pretty cooked. But I highly doubt it will, and they've flattened it. They've kind of flattened the chamber out anyway, so I doubt the cricket can even get in there. The white ones that are around the queen. I'm seeing that salts have a black mandible versus Venator. Can they jump? And if yes, have you seen them jump? Yes, they can jump. And I have seen this genus jump, but I've not seen this particular colony jump. So that's a lot. That's a lot of like my colonies that I'm already showing. Now the rest are like on shelves and stuff. Probably not going to show the rest today. I even thought to give mine fruit flies. Thank you. Anyway, guys, going to end the stream a bit early today, but there's been loads of viewers. I'll be live again next Saturday around 8 PM UK time. I'll see you on the next one, guys.